Alrighty, folks. So there was a movie that I watched when I was like roughly 9, 10 years old that I saw over when I was visiting my grandpa one time, and I'm like, this movie's interesting. What is this? It turns out it was had to do with a Zoltar, a piano, and Godzilla. Big with Tom Hanks. And of course, I remember kind of being bored or whatever it was by it, not understanding what exactly was going on. But now that I'm a lot older, 25 years older since I've last seen it, probably for more than 20 minutes, I'm like, I like what's going on here. Two different levels of storytelling. One, what it means to be a kid, and two, an adult. But what would happen if you combined a child with you put a child inside a man's body? You get quite a mixture. Directed by Penny Marshall and starring Tom Hanks and what was her name? Yeah. Anyway, Tom Hanks received his first Best Actor Oscar nomination in 1988 for his captivating performance in this hilarious, according to Newsweek, disarming the Washington Post, and timeless film for dreamers of all ages. All 12-year-old Josh Baskin wants is to be big, but when his wish is granted beyond his wildest dreams, Josh May finds a new face in the mirror, his own, at age 30. Now aided only by his bolsterous best friend, he'll have to keep the secret of his true age as he tries to fill his own oversized shoes. But as an innocent charm helps him rise to the top of the adult world, Josh will face the biggest decision of his life: return to his own age or remain big forever. Yes, and it is in Elizabeth Perkins, who also stars as the love interest. Makes for a very intriguing tale. There's comedy, drama, dramedy, romance, and maybe a little bit of sci-fi. I'm like, alright, I'm going to look at this from an adult perspective now. There are, of course, some very famous scenes. There is the apartment that contains a lot of toys, pinball machine, trampoline, Godzilla statue, bicycle, etc. That one I remember seeing as well. But me at 10 kind of wish they would focus more on that. Makes you wonder where you can understand exactly where my mindset was when you're 10. Okay. But now, and of course, there's also the limousine scene where Hanks comes out of the top. You can see him enjoying the ride, and then there's also where he tries to bring Susan Lawrence up, and it was a memorable scene. Can't deny that. But the most famous one is inside a toy store where they're dancing upon this piano right here. Heart and Rhythm and Chopsticks are the two most famous songs ever performed. Yeah, it stands out. Turns out they're a whole bunch of doubles who are dressed just like those two, and they kind of wanted to stick it to the stunt doubles a little bit, I guess. So say, hey, we're going to master this dance. Lo and behold, Hanks and another actor who played Robert McMillan did. That was pretty funny. Yes, there is some humor in it. Yes, there is the romance, but yeah, like I said, it does a great job of blending what it is like to be a kid. The innocence that you don't exactly understand the way how the world works. Comprehending things that what's the word I'm looking for? Comprehending complicated subjects. Excuse me. And then you get to see where you're trying to find your own way in life. Once you hit the big 3-0, and you're just like, who exactly are you at that age? Shoot, at both ages, trying to find your way in the world, like sticking to work, and also like, what does it mean to be like? As we get older and adults, some of us get kind of embittered. It just makes you wonder, like, we really lose our childhood sense of self. It's like there's a difference between childish and childlike. It's like I think a lot of us forget what it means to be childlike. in the sense of discovering new things. I will admit I've had a problem with that for a long time. I feel like a curmudgeoned old adult who just felt embittered, and just this went on for a long time. So I guess this movie really did speak to me in that sense. This was the first movie to ever gross $100 million in 1988 money. That was directed by a woman, so that was a good, interesting fact to know. Steven Spielberg, I think he saw a 1987 Italian movie, said, hey, I actually like what's going on here. I took some influence from that. Yeah, I mean, it touches on some things, because, it's like, when you get to be in your right around 30, you're just trying to figure out who you are, and Tom Hanks, I think, perfectly does very rare dual performance of, like, having the literal mind of a child, I mean, with the toys, the comic books, and things like that, and also trying to figure out his way in the world in the adult sense. I mean, there's also kind of something funny with, like, this let's just say New York hotel as very small. That was kind of funny. I don't know. I kind of wish they had at least like one or two more scenes with the hotel. Just, I don't know. So yeah, I think it captures New York in a more positive light. Overall, it's like this movie, it's just so dang good. The soundtrack is great too. Huey Lewis and the News, Chopsticks, Rhythm and Emotion. They got a didactic dance scene about roughly an hour in. Simply incredible, man. I mean, it's just like, wow. What I guess I know that the Zoltar, right here, the Zoltar machine, I believe, is based off of animatronics. There's some more information about it on Wikipedia, which I forgot to look up, but whoop-de-doo. But my question is, how is this thing able to operate even though it's unplugged? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So, I don't know, maybe it's no theory. So maybe I would have liked to at least have gotten an answer, like the mystery of it, but that's the only nitpick I can find. So, I guess if you want a movie that captures the heart of what it means to be youth, and like how we all forget what our youth is, innocence, falling in love, things like that, you want to see a stellar performance from Tom Hanks, then I recommend that you watch Big.